Taka te hao ki te uru, whakataka te hao ki te tonga, kia mā kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai, e he ake ana te atakura, he tio, he huka, he hohu, tihei mori ora. Good morning and welcome to what is our last Finance and Performance Committee meeting of this triennium of Council. And I wanted to take the opportunity to just make some remarks as we go into the meeting. I would naturally have done this at the end, but we're obviously going to be going into public excluded partway through the meeting. Sam will be in the chair at that point, and I did want to make the remarks I'm going to make while people were in the room. So I'll just take the opportunity to do that very briefly now. And really it's around acknowledgements. I'd like to acknowledge the management and the staff that support this committee, the significant amount of work that goes into supporting the committee, not only in the room at the meeting, not only preparing for the answers to the many questions we often get in these meetings, but the significant preparation that goes into putting the agenda together, preparing the papers, helping me to manage what often can be quite a complicated run sheet, with time pressures, with externals, a need for really managing the timing of the meeting as well. I'd also like to acknowledge the work that we as a group have done in this term of council, building on the work that Raf and I really started in 2013 and developed from there, simplifying and modifying the regular reports to make them more visual, to make them easier to understand, easier to call out the relevant information, reporting by exception, so making the reports more succinct, and realising that the audience for those reports isn't only councillors, but the community and the media as well. So packaging the information in a way that's relevant and that makes it easy to understand and to call out those matters that are really important. I'd also like to acknowledge the very full role that Sam has played as Deputy Chair, covering my various conflicts and other areas where there's been a need for Sam to be in the chair, but also the way that you and I have worked together really constructively in the background to continue to make the improvements to the way the committee runs and the way the reports are that I referred to earlier. I think it's fair to say that we've worked together really well for the benefit of the committee and its work. And I'd also like to acknowledge the high level of engagement around the table on matters which often are of the utmost importance to us as governors. So my hope is that the legacy of this committee and the work that we've done since 2013 provides a really solid foundation for the next council to be building on. As chair, I always feel really well supported in these meetings. So once again, I'd just like to thank everybody involved in helping the meetings run smoothly and enabling the committee to be the success that I really feel it has been. So thank you very much indeed. Not calling anybody out by name, but to everybody that's involved in making the committee run smoothly and the success that it's been. Leah, I understand you wanted to just make a couple of comments as well.
Yeah, just from a staff perspective, it is the last FMP, but especially your last FMP, and just wanted to acknowledge from a staff perspective how we've always found you very considered and professional, and we've really appreciated working with you. And just on a final note, I did promise cake today, so I have got a cake. So we have a cake and we're out the back for morning tea.
Oh, great. So we'll break for morning tea around 11 o'clock and there will be cake and knives and napkins out the back for anybody that wants to grab it. Right.
Yeah. The plastic.
So that might depend how the first part of the meeting goes. All right, so thanks very much for indulging us in that. I'll now move to the formal business of the meeting, starting with apologies. And I've got apologies for early departure from Mike Davidson, Sarah Templeton and Anne Galloway. And I'm just noting that Pauline Cotter is joining us on Zoom today. So I'm happy to move those apologies. Sam, you'll second. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against? That's carried. Thank you. Now, declarations of interest, we'll just get those up on the screen. There are a number of declarations that we're noting because of people being on various boards and so on. If anything additional comes up during the meeting, please make it known. But those are the declarations that we're recording as we move into the meeting today, so we'll just note those. Confirmation of previous minutes. I'm happy to move the minutes of the Finance and Performance Committee meeting from the 26th of May. Do I have a seconder? Aron. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against? That's carried. Resolution to include supplementary reports. So resolving that we include item 22. I'm happy to move. Aron will second. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against? That's carried. And now moving to